Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We made massive gains on MOODENG last night. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Like, that's insanity. And our Bitcoin call pumped to the upside. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. We made gains in our sleep last night. Let's break it down. MOODENG, baby. MOODENG. I saw MOODENG last night, and I saw that it was going to break out of this beautiful falling wedge. I put the call in right here with the stop right there. Seeing if we could get to the target right there, and I just sold right now for 425% gains. Yes, it was 20x leverage, but it wasn't 100 or 200 or 500. 425% gains overnight. And at 20 out at 25. You can't beat this stuff. The coin went up 25%. Spot. I mean, it went from 20 to 25 cents. This thing has gone up. It was a penny. You understand? This thing was just a penny. Like a few days ago. Look, it was 2 pennies. Right there, you get out for 2 pennies. Unbelievable. So gains. Then we gave the Bitcoin call. On top of that, we gave the Bitcoin call. Let's break that down. I saw a flag on the 1 minute last night that looked like it was going to do damage to the upside. Did it save my stuff? I don't think it did. It did not. And actually funny, it's dumping now in the morning as we hit 104. Already kind of coming back down here for the last few hours for Bitcoin. MOODENG don't care though. MOODENG don't care, but Bitcoin did a huge rip last night up to 104. And we talked about it pumping. Let me show you what I gave to the group last night before I went to bed. And it was 1:19 a.m. Like, I worked so hard for this group. But I jumped into this trade. Stop loss below the yellow line. Seeing that we could get all the way up there, I said the target for that trade, because I realized you can't see it. And I said, pretty sure I wrote the target for that trade. I remember coming in and writing the target. I think I wrote it in the 99. I was with the 99 last night. But the target for the trade was like 103.8. That's what I said. 103.8. And we got to 103.8. Exactly like we're supposed to. Maybe I posted it in the altcoin section. Sometimes I mess up. And there I am giving MOODENG last night at 9:41 p.m. Bouncing off the daily 200 MA. There's a daily 200 there. It's hard to see because it's on my line. But that's the daily 200 MA. And a lot of times you're going to bounce off that. It's crazy. The Stokes were high, but they were bending, right? Trump coin looks like it's going to go higher. WIF like it's going to go higher. I got so much stuff in the trading group. We had fun really breaking it down we had a lot of fun last night. And so we made gains. Shout out to anyone that made gains with the lifer. And MOODENG is the one, baby. MOODENG. Let me show you kind of how I use my strategies to figure out what MOODENG was doing. I like the 200 MA. I use it for everything, all the time. It's my sauce. And look, I just sold the top there. Wow, it went to 27 last night. 28 on 20. Dude, 28 on 20 cents. Shout out to everyone in my group. And guys were making 15 grand a pop in my group. I saw a guy, he's like, I'm up 15 grand today. People were making, my group is $3 a day, $99 a month. And the stuff that people are learning from each other, from me, from other traders, unbelievable. I said last night, I can't believe I built this place. I said, I'm so blessed. And so I didn't start today with gratitude. You know, I did this morning, though. When I got out of bed, I said, dear Lord, thank you for the use of my legs, that I may walk to the bathroom. Ricky, these are the shells you get in Florida. Like, these are the shells you get at the beach. Like, perfect shells. You know what I mean? We don't get them like this up in the Northeast like that. Not like this. The shells on the Florida beaches are just unbelievable. Like, they're like pristine, perfect conch shells. Sorry, I'm so ADHD there. Over there. Low-key ADHD, Gen Z, skibbity-doo-dah, skibbity-doo-two toilet. I don't know what y'all are saying. I ain't trying to fit in. I'm the man. That's it. I'm trying to teach you how to get rich. I'm not a financial advisor, but I can teach you how to love yourself, and loving yourself is high energy, and high energy will bring you wealth. So I'm going to teach you how to get your motivational energy and your frequency to a higher point in life. You know, so I looked at this here. Then I went to the daily, and if you take everything away, you can see the daily was bouncing off the 200 MA. I love the 200 MA. And that was the call last night to get in on that bounce, and it did bounce so nicely. Man. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to Tradfly. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Wow, Crypto Billy, you never miss, man. Shout out to Michael Cerami. Asians will buy it up tonight in the new all-time high coming this week. Supply shock coming, massive escalating short squeeze. There is a massive short supply for Bitcoin. I mean, there's a supply shock for sure. 100%. Let's break down Bitcoin like we do every day. We're going to end up at this symmetrical triangle, which to me just broke out. It broke out. That's a breakout. In case you didn't know, that trend line has been breached. That's a breakout, friends. We broke out to the upside. Now, it could be a fake out and come back the other way, but it has to fake out now. Like, we've definitely broken out. And someone said there was bearish divergence on the 8-hour last night at the end of the stream. Look, that swings down and that swings down. That is not bearish divergence. No. All right? None. So there is no bearish divergence on the 8-hour. I don't know who said that, but it's just not true. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. I am so long. I bought 160K, maybe even more now. But last night I bought $5,000 worth of Bitcoin. Showed the trading group, said I'm buying more. I just keep buying more Bitcoin. I can't stop. I have a problem. You know, every time I see a big boy bought more and they got more than me, I'm like, I get FOMO. I get FOMO for Bitcoin. I do. And I know I shouldn't have any fear. I don't get FOMO, but I know that's what I want to do. You know? So shout out to anyone that made gains last night. I don't know where you traded MOODENG. If you traded on MEXC, you traded it on BitTinex. Thank you so much for using the Lifer link. I greatly appreciate that. BitTinex booming. Booming to the upside over here. Booming. And look, there's a little flag there that may continue to the upside. We're going to talk about the smaller time frame. I can't wait to show you what I got going on. Anyway. Who hit gains last night? The Lifer in Bitcoin and MOODENG on a Saturday night. Because I don't stop working hard every single day. How can I afford all this stuff? I got to bust my butt, man. I got to work 7 days a week for the lifestyle that I got. I'm telling you right now. It's no joke. Multiple mortgages, homes, bills all over the place. You wouldn't believe it. Insanity. My monthly bills are insane. Shout out to everybody here on the live. That's what happens, I guess, though, right? Your life blows up. So, and I'm frugal, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not overspending. I always make sure I stash some Bitcoin away. Let's take a look here at Bitcoin. It boomed to the upside, bounced out the 618 golden Paquito. We talked about it many, many times. We talked about this being hidden bullish divergence. I was probably one of the only people that called this out over and over again. Bitcoin did the same exact thing here. It made a beautiful hidden bullish divergence. It had bounced off the 618 golden pocket. I've seen this rodeo before back in July 12th of 2021. So my years in the market are going to help you. I've seen so much that I was able to see. I saw that. That was pattern recognition, simple stuff. I know that happened before, and I put a lot of money in it. And so I don't care what the emotions were. I don't care what people said. I don't care what Trump. None of that mattered to me. All that mattered that we were bouncing off the 618 golden pocket, and then we hit in bullish divergence with low stochastics on the stochastics RSI, and that we were curving up here on the MACD. All those three signals told me something large was coming for Bitcoin back to that all-time high. And look, we are basically at the all-time high when it comes to the weekly. We tapped it already, 105,000. I mean, we're so close. We're just wicks away. Could have been basically the highest the candle ever closed. We were so close. We were the highest a weekly candle ever had closed at one point. It didn't close, but man. So tonight, we may close tweezer top. And I have to be the bearer of bearish news. There's a chance that we get a 5-week pullback here if this closes red. Maybe we get a huge punch tonight and this closes green and everything changes. And that's very, very possible. Okay? I still got that long cooking, remember. The long. Exactly. And then I'm huge in spot. And then I've loaded up on a bunch of other stuff in this area. Ondo, Say, Sui, right? Just keep adding a little bit to I even add a little bit of soul. Add some soul to your love, baby. So this thing could come back down to the weekly time frame. It would come to the 21-day moving average as the 21. That would take 6 weeks. And then we could break out to 114. Still 114,000, by July 12th, which isn't that bad at all. I get to 100K subscribers by July. It looks like July will be 100,000 subscribers, my friends. July 4th might even pull it off right then. It's going to take about a month and a half to 2 months, it looks like, the way my channel moves, unless I got to do something crazy. I got to pull the needle. I got to do something that puts me on the top, man. There's got to be a video, something I do that gets me viral, man. I just keep pushing every day and believing that something big is happening and coming my way every single day. No matter how hard I just, something big is going to come. I know it. I know it. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make something big happen. I'm not going to wait for it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure something big happens. So the 5-day chart, it's trying to bounce green here. But again, whenever you get tweezer tops, you have to start assuming. Like here, if you assumed a short, you would have made money. If you had assumed a short, you would have made money. Short money, short money, short money. Look at all those tweezer tops where a red candle followed a green candle. Right there, dump, dump, dump. So I'm just showing you that that's not a good sign on the 5-day. It's not what you want to be looking for if you're a bull. Okay, and then the 21-day moving average gap tells me that, okay. Now, again, we could be super bullish and maybe we go sideways in an uptrend. I've seen it. Like, that's what happens when you're very, very bullish. You'll curve the 21 up to price action while you go sideways. Man, whoever here gets, you guys actually get to learn how price works. Like, shout out to everyone for being here. Seriously. Like, you actually get to learn how price works. Like, God bless you. You know, you're not just watching some dude with some indicator trying to sell you something. I do have a trading group, so I am attempting to get you into the trading group. I'd love you to join because I know I can help you. And even if you're a great trader, you probably wouldn't have known about MOODENG last night and how it bounced off the 200 MA. Like, you know, even if you're a better trader than me, I'm going to look at the market more than you are. I'm going to study the market more than you. Like, you're going to take time off that I'm not. And so I'm going to make more gains than you. Like, there's better traders than me, everyone. 100%. I never said I was the best. Never. And there's smarter people in the game, more talented, 100%. But what I'll tell you right now about me is you will never find someone that works harder than me in the entire industry. They'll say they do, they'll run their mouth and they'll talk, but they'll never have the resume I have. Never. Nobody. And everyone's jealous of me for it. They'll like take a day off because once I take a day off, I become just like them. And nobody wants me to be special in this game. They want me to be just like everybody else. But it's just not going to happen. I'm going to be the only guy that doesn't take days off for years. For years. Like, it's insane. Since 2021, it's insane. Who cares, right? Nobody cares, Sam. I care, though. And it made me who I am. My dedication to my own craft. My dedication to discipline. Your dedication to your craft. I want to see you discipline yourself. Bitcoin looks like it's going to rip. I'm long with stop losses below this wick, and I don't care who isn't. And when we rip all the way to 115,000 and you say, I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda, I gave it to you here. You didn't take it. I told you we had a long list. We made massive gains. I gave it to you here. When I showed you the fractal back on the daily and told you we were about to rip. And it wasn't just a fractal. There was indications too. But man, and we nailed it. Now I'm getting in here, and you're probably going to miss it again because you can't get yourself together and listen. Your emotions are too strong, and you listen to everything you read on Twitter and everything you hear instead of the charts. The charts are telling us we're going to the upside. That's a bull pennant, a bull rectangle, whatever you want to call it. That is bullish. Look at the curving to it. Look at the stochastics. They're ready to rip. Look at the MACD. It's basically a bull pennant on the 22-hour time frame. See what I'm saying here? And again, when we're really, really slick about it, it has broken out. That's a breakout, friends. Look, 777s. I just looked at it. There it is, 777s for us, baby. And it holds. And it holds. Look at that. That was crazy, right? Every single time, man. Right when I said it broke out, 777s. And my dad was like, Sammy's on point. My son's got it. That's my dad telling you. He's in the universe. He's like, my son has got it. Listen to my son. I made him a warrior. Thought about my dad last night. I thanked him. I said, Dad, thank you for everything you made me. I said, because so many people get to benefit because you were a good dad. I said, look at that. I said, I help a lot of people. I share knowledge because my dad was amazing. Shout out to everybody here that had a good dad and is appreciative of their dad. Gratitude for what you've had in your life. I may talk about myself. I tell my story. All right, it's hard to go through things without telling you about what I've been through. But at the end of the day, know that my humble nature is to be grateful for everything I've received in this life. And we're all blessed. to even be here on this live stream right now with each other. So I see a move possible for Bitcoin today so that weekly doesn't close red. So they created enough shorts possibly throughout the weekend, which is crazy. And if you go to the 4-hour, you can say that it hasn't broken out yet. Like the 4-hour says it's still inside the pattern. I guess technically. I see this as a wick out, and we broke back inside, you know. So anyway, I see Bitcoin ripping, and I'm long. I would go long right now with a stop below these wicks here at 102.486. Why not? Like, live life. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice, but everyone in my group knows I'm long. I've been saying it for days. Even down here, I said, I'm staying long. It looked like we were going to dump. I said, I'm going to stay long no matter what. And then I took scalps back to the upside. Bang. And I called the long last night, and we hit it. If you're joining the group today, right now, we made gains in our sleep. All right? Wouldn't you have liked to have made 470% gains on MOODENG? I could teach you how. It was high risk. You had to know what you were doing. But we took advantage of that move. I ended up selling for 425, okay, in total. And how about waking up, or how about, anywhere in the world and getting this beautiful little flag to the upside and then having it rip all the way to the target. Now we're in another flag. Let's talk about the smaller time frames for a second here for Bitcoin. So I like the 1 hour. I like the 4 hour. The 1 hour is a little overbought, but the stochastics say they don't care. I mean, that's a bull flag. And now what you are is you're above the 200 MA with the 21 looking aggressive. Last night I also called out this Adam and Eve double bottom on the smaller time frames. Let's break that down. Do you see the Adam and Eve, or am I blind? I mean, I called this out last night on the live. It was so obvious to me what was going down here. It's like I could tell we were going to pump last night. This is like a 90% accurate signal, the Adam and Eve. And there it was. Lately, we've been getting a bounce and a bit of a flag on the Adam and Eve, which I never saw before, but I've been seeing this year more and more. That says you can get up to $104,804 for Bitcoin. All right. That key level right there. Hold on, we have guests in my house, and I think they're leaving. And I know I can't leave the stream, but I got to say goodbye to the guests, right? Like, that's rude. So I'm sorry. You know, the guests leaving.
Hey, it was the best surprise for her. Seriously, like, that's so nice. I know. Oh yeah, we're gonna see you in a couple weeks.
All right, shout out to everybody here on the live. I hate goodbyes. You know what I mean? But anyway, so we have this beautiful flag, bit of a cup and handle. Let's see if we can get busy today. The 15-minute looks good. The 1 hour doesn't look amazing. It's a little overbought. But wow, look at this flag here. And that looks like it's about to do damage. I even pointed out yesterday how my strategy with the 200 MA worked out over and over again. So I'm long for Bitcoin. Looks like we may defy the odds today and continue to pump. I'm going to hit the links, go golfing, have some fun with my buddies. And yeah, it's going to be a blast, man. I'm excited. I am excited. So yeah. And that could send us to about, 104,957 for Bitcoin. So I'm looking long. I like this cup and handle. And again, even if we get rejected here, no biggie, and we hang out, I just want to see us consolidate today. It's a weekend. No big deal. We made the gains last night. Can you believe it? Gains in our sleep on a Saturday night. I didn't gains on my sleep Tuesday, not Wednesday, but Saturday night this week. So I'm super excited for that. Again, we have a bunch of calls in the group that look like they're about to go off. And wouldn't you want to know what they are? Join the trading group, all right? I'm here every single day, 7 days a week. And if you want my knowledge, you keep losing. If you keep losing money, you need this. You need the education. Like if you're doing the same thing over and over again, you need education. You need to change the way you're doing stuff. You need to get an education. I'm telling you, please, by all means, go to the QR code right there, hit the link, and it's $150. Most people are charging $3,000 for this, and they're spacing it out for weeks at a time, making modules and stuff. I'm telling you, I went to all their courses. I paid for all this stuff. I wanted to, I basically analyzed how the market was selling. And I said, no. I can undercut the market and give better advice, or better information, not advice, better life advice. But I could give better information, you know what I mean? And so it all comes down to that. when you think about it. So I looked at the whole market, and I'm obsessive, so I studied everybody. I studied all the Discords. I'd pay for the month, check it out. I'd send moles in. I'd study the whole market. And I believe I cornered it. And I found a product that just beats everyone else's because it's the most consistent. Like, they can say whatever they want, but it's just not going to happen. Hit the Life Revision Trading course. Hit the QR code to find out more. I will teach you so much in 3 hours. It'll blow your mind. It will be the best 3 hours you ever spent in your life. I'm telling you. I'll inspire you to become wealthy. You'll go after your dreams when you're done with me. Because you're going to be like, look at this guy. He did it. Why shouldn't I? I'm going to force you to say, well, I mean, what kind of life do you want? You want the regular 9-to-5er? The 2 weeks a year? Pay the mortgage? Or do you want to be able to buy $1 million houses in a year? You know, what people spend 40 years doing, you do in a year. Bang. Done. You can do this. This can happen. My house cash. You know what I mean? Believe in yourself. Believe that the biggest things are going to happen to you. Things that you never thought possible. They're going to happen to you. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. Showing you my life in Longbow Key. We're writing articles. We're designing. We are booming at the speed of light here. Okay? And we never stop. $500 super chats this week. We got like 3 or 4 of them. Unbelievable. So thank you so much, everybody. You're super, super awesome. I appreciate that. Funny, JFK Jr. Trending, and you know why, right? Creepy stuff, man. Creepy stuff. I knew all that stuff a long time ago, and it's yikes. That's why you got to be careful, man. MOODENG could continue to pump. It may just say, you know what? I'm not done yet. I'm going to 36 cents. Like, they're making this the coin of coins, and people are going to be able to 100x this puppy from the lows. I mean, it's already up at 12x. I see this thing doing more damage. It's high risk. I get it. It's the weekend, but dang. Altcoins going off here. Wow. Epico even up 64%. If we look at it on the bigger time frame. That isn't. But I was looking at Axie Infinity recently. If Axie can come back, then everything can come back. Think about it. You know what I mean? If Axie can come back, then everything can pump. So here's the deal. Every single altcoin, like 90%, are in this falling wedge, revisiting a previous support or resistance on the daily. It's showing signs that the altcoins are about to explode. And so, like, almost any altcoin out there, like Axie, you name it, looks like this. You know what I mean? WIF look like this. I mean, it's out. The money is out there. Stops below this support and resistance. Like, it doesn't get. And I don't own any Axie. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not pumping nothing. I'm not that dude. I go over too many coins. I'm just literally a TA guy that loves technical analysis more than anything else. Like, I'm just really passionate about what I do. And I happen to get paid because I loved it so much. Literally, that's what happened to me, everybody. You know, I knew it could be a business, but I didn't even really have a business structure when I started. I didn't even think what would happen. I was just sick of starting businesses with other people and them nothing happening. I said, I'm finally going to start my own business and do my own thing. I'm not doing this anymore. You know what I mean? This whole business partner thing, waiting on somebody else to show up, it just never worked for me. It never worked for me. Once I went on my own way, man, it started to work, baby. There was no one there. And then people saw what I needed and they realized they could help and they joined. I didn't have to look for anybody. They just showed up and said, I got this. And I was like, okay, thank you. And next thing you know, we kept rolling like that over and over again. So Bitcoin, in a flag on the 1 minute time frame, in a bit of a cup and handle Adam and Eve, this could be the breakout. And as I showed you on the 12 hour, it looks like we already did break out on the bigger time frame. Another thing that I've shown, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Let's do it official, right? Let's make it like it's Sunday. Let's be clean. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. That thing wants to move to the upside as well. 68% chance of a break to the upside. So I'm overly bullish for Bitcoin. And again, if it comes down to dumps all the way back down to 101.8 and to 96,000, so be it. I'll call myself wrong. I'll probably be able to find the short, though. If we lose the 1 hour 200 MA, I'm going to flip short. So the second we lose this 1 hour and we start coming down here again, I'm going to be more bearish. Again, another reason why it's likely we're going to pump. Let me show you something. It's the moving averages. Let me show you the last 3 times that the 1 hour got tight. Right there they got tight. We got to move. Right there they got extra tight. That's what I'm always looking for. That tightness. See? Explosive move came out of that tightness. That's when to buy. When the moving averages get tight. Right there they got really close together. And here we are again. Now the time to sell is when the 21 gets away from the 200. Now we've consolidated again. You can see tight moving averages. I don't know what else to tell you, but I got a strategy that's like 90% accurate when it comes to these moving averages. And when they tell me that they're going to move, it's very, very, very high probability. So you do whatever you want. I don't mean to make you FOMO, but the blue and the gray suit here might get you going. You know, I'm just saying. So I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. And the whole market's setting up, and we're positioned. If you're with me, you're positioned. We didn't sell any of our coins. We kept it moving. We are well positioned. There's actually new things we're looking at every day. DEGEN back up 31%. Frax GOAT. MOODENG really starting this movement. MOODENG, baby. LAUNCHCOIN. You know, LAUNCHCOIN, to me, it's so new, but has a use case. And look, XCN back up 8% in 24 hours. Something's brewing with XCN. Jasmy back up moving. You got to love it. IP, Cosmos, we got to get you back above 5 and hold that. Got to hold above $5. KuCoin token has been showing strength too, which is good. Virtuals 185. I've been watching that closely. Okay. I like Fetch. Trump coin looks interesting to me too as well. I got to take a look at LAUNCHCOIN. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up on MEXC already. Yeah, LAUNCHCOIN, believe. Look at that. I mean, that thing was ripping. On MEXC. See, MEXC alone, you could make a 38x. Look at that. It did a 38x on MEXC. So I'm telling you right now, if you're getting discouraged, if you're starting to think it's not going to happen for you and you're getting negative, just take a deep breath and say, I'm looking at the wrong things. You know? It's like you're a running back and there's holes and there's places and there's blocks and you're running right into the blocks. Like, look for the holes, man. There's opportunity. Find your way out. This thing looks interesting to me. You know, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it consolidates, it continues to pump. There's a bunch of FOMO for it. People wish they got in. So there's emotions on that sideline that we're like, whenever there's missed emotions, there's FOMO. Whenever there's FOMO, there's another push. No bearish divergence either. I wouldn't be surprised. I would put this on the radar, everyone. Brand new coin too, but it's got the volume. It's got the love. Again, it could also go to zero, so be careful. You know, anything could happen. But I'd put an alert on LAUNCHCOIN and keep it on your radar. I didn't get the very beginnings. I started looking at it around here, and then it just ripped. But I just really wasn't ready for the market yet. And that's okay. I said to my whole group, you don't have to catch the first one. But the first one tells us things are happening. Like, say you're all going out fishing, you see a boat out there, he catches the first fish. You're like, you don't get mad, but you're like, all right, that means there's fish out there. You know what I mean? Positivity all the time. DEGEN bouncing off this low level here. And see, a lot of coins are making that move now off of that falling wedge flag that we talked about. And they're going to head back up to their 200 MAs. Once they cross their 200, they're going to rip. And a lot of people are going to be left on the sidelines because they listened to someone else, something else. Look, MYRO went up huge, sold it, came back down. Now it's ready to rock yet again. Almost every coin came back down, made this exact same falling wedge. It's like one last chance. See how close they can get it to price action. But the bottoms are in there at 1 penny again. Now this thing rips to 4 cents. It's already up 4x. See? They're between getting in here and there, really a big difference. It goes to 16 cents. That's a 16x down here. An 8x from 2 cents. It's only a 4x. So people that buy the absolute bottoms get paid. That's how I've made huge X's from just looking at the absolute bottom. Like, you got to believe in a coin and buy the bottom. It's not easy, you know. And again, not every bottom you're gonna buy is gonna be amazing, but you gotta, you know, I take shots. So this is what I do. This is kind of my speculative nature. Always looking for that payday. And it never ends, man. It never ends. Sui Pad was up big recently. It continued to rip. Look, it didn't stop. I think it's going to the 200 MA. I'm telling you, I see these things hit the 200. Deep Book on the radar. I could go on all day here, but I like to keep it in the group. I see Deep Book about to do damage. I'm heavy in Deep Book with 30K. This thing goes up, I'm going to make another 30,000 when it rips to 41 cents. I mean, this is... Money is coming in here. People that are not positioned and not poised decided to play games. I apologize to you guys, but probably not you guys. We probably got the diehard lifers here right now. But everyone clicks, you know, we have a browsing... people that browse, so they, you know... They get brought in by the YouTube algo. Shout out to everybody here. Let me get the likes up to the watchers. $28 in chat revenue. Let's take a look at what the chat is saying. And I got to get ready to go golfing in a second. Sunday, and I haven't been golfing in a while, so I'm actually taking everybody golfing for the first time. One of the first times in my life. Sunday blessings. Love how you come live. Everything pops. You're the man. Sam, working your magic day in and day out. Can we look at XRP, please? Blessings to you and the family. Like and subscribe. Join the 99ers. Best money you will spend. God bless you, Milligan's Travels. And that's so nice of you to give a 20 pound on the chat. Thank you so much. Which chart setup do you like better, Ondo or Sui? Ondo looks better to me right now, but they're both pretty spot on. They're both like, I wouldn't even look at the charts on those. I would just know that they're spot on projects and be willing to get in before everybody else, you know. But that's me. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Bitcoin 120K tonight, somebody says. That's crazy. Have you heard of SHR, self-sovereign blockchain identity? So many OG wallets. I didn't hear OG wallets getting hacked. No. That's not true. Number one, Coinbase isn't really wallets. Technically, I don't know. Have you heard of SHL, self-sovereign blockchain identity, the Australian government, and Google Drive partners with unique ISO accreditation? It's all moving to the back end for sure. Yeah, B3 looks like it's gonna, I mean, every coin is in the same bottom, falling wedge pump. They dumped it again, and then they made the second falling wedge. We went over the macro. If you got my macro technical analysis video, we talked about what's happening to Total 3. You talked about what's happening to Bitcoin dominance and total dominance. You have a big picture. Please, everybody, every week I'm making this video, and it's just not enough for the I have 100,000 subscribers. I've never stopped doing what I'm doing. I've continued to push every day. It does not end. It's really hard to get people to watch the recorded content. I don't understand it. It bugs me out. Again, I got to just be grateful for what I do have and not think of what I don't have, like the views that didn't happen. But it pains me because we put a lot of time and effort into it. And but if you look here, every single Friday afternoon, I'm doing this macro video. Only gets 3,000, 2,600 views. It's strange. It should get the same amount of views as the live stream because it covers things that you need to see that you don't see every week. It really breaks it down on a mass scale. And I called I've been calling the NASDAQ, I've been calling the NASDAQ and the S&P. Like the entire world market reversal when everyone's bugging out. Like I've been calling the reverse. I've done it multiple times. It's just crazy that I'm not on like CNBC or some massive news station. I've been calling this stuff for years and just some random YouTube guy, you know, whatever. I'm gonna prove to the world who I am slowly when I make $1 billion, and everyone's gonna realize I'm just gonna have to prove it. Like I'm not gonna ask for it. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna be so prevalent and so everywhere that you just can't say I don't run the game. That's it. I'm already taking over. I know it. We're gonna continue. It doesn't stop. Crypto lifers, brand awareness. We are taking over the entire industry. You know it. I know it. They know it. All right? Most people are shook of me because they can't handle the work ethic. They don't even know. They know that they can't even come close. So when they hang out with me, they're like, damn, I took 3 days off last week. If he goes and looks at my channel, he's going to see that I barely made any videos last week. This guy's not going to respect me. Look how hard he works. I make people feel uncomfortable. I really do. Because they know that they should be working harder when they hang out with me. And I'm sorry to do that. I don't mean to be rude, but it is what it is. So, Bitcoin. Base. I'm looking for base to make a flag here on the 1 hour time frame, and then it gets getting ready to pump. This thing looks hot. B3 on base. I see altcoins everywhere looking pretty interesting to me. Looks like altcoin season is very, very close. Remember this redstone that people, I don't understand why it's got so much love, but it does. There's that flag that I was looking at. See, up, down, then it comes back. Almost everything is doing this. It's just crazy. And almost every altcoin has that daily green right now, which could be the beginning of these pumps. I've never seen so, I mean, I have, but this is what happens in the market. You'll see hundreds of coins with the exact same setup. Over and over again. See? And we could bounce up to 57. Looks very, very bullish. 39% gains coming out of redstone. And that's the low, the high, the higher low. I see it everywhere, friends. I don't know what to tell you. Right? And I've been watching this coin for like a month now straight. I'm like, I gotta make a gain off of it eventually. Like, I've been watching this thing for a long time. Let's see what's trending here on token metrics. MOODENG, XMR, Virtual, and XRP. And someone asked about XRP on the super chat. Let's take a look. I gotta jump on out of here now in about 5 minutes. I see it bouncing like everything else. Look, there's the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. There's the flag. You pump. There's the secondary flag. You can see the structure is in every single coin. I see XRP about to pump. Then it's going to make a bigger channel that's going to pump even bigger. There's a lot coming for XRP. Look, it's going to go this length. Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3, A, B, C, D to 521. And it's going to have its next correction. I see $5.18 XRP coming sooner than later, and that's going to make people go crazy. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, showing you my behind the scenes of my life, showing you where I'm going, what I'm doing, and giving you that awesome sauce. We're writing articles. We're providing information. Heck, I even put out calls. I put out one of the greatest calls ever back when Bitcoin pumped from 56,000, 60K there, 70K. Back to 100,000. So anyway, I've put my money where my mouth is, given as many calls as I can, and we go from there. 12-hour flipping green, looking beautiful. To me, the 12-hour has broken out. To me, it's the 12-hour time frame you want to be paying attention to and nothing else. Every once in a while, they use the 12-hour to hide price action, and they do what they want to do on the 12. I see a huge pump coming for the 12-hour time frame. That's a breakout. It's going to have to go back inside. For me to be bearish now, you're going to have to break back inside the pattern. So Bitcoin's going to have to retrace and go back below 103,000. If that does not happen, then we are on our way to the moon. And a chance you never get Bitcoin below 103K again in this rally. There is a chance you never get Bitcoin again. I'm going to say that again. There's a chance you never get Bitcoin below 103K again. I can't believe I'm buying Bitcoin now. I'm FOMOing in at 103,000 now. This is insane. That's how I know there's more upside, because my strategies are telling me I got to buy more. And look at this beautiful flag on the 1 hour time frame. This is a cup and handle, Adam and Eve. So I've given you everything I can today. It's up to you. And I gave you gains last night in the trading group. I don't know what else I could do. If you paid $99, $3 a day, go to CryptoLifer.com to find out more. Go to CryptoLifer.com. My beautiful website, my business that I created with my own mind. I love my business, man. It's the greatest business on earth, man. Nobody beats my business. Subscribe to the 99 Trading Group. A monthly, a quarterly, or a yearly subscription. I can't wait to see you in there. Join the group today. All right? Stop playing games. We made gains last night. We made gains last night. Look, I'll pop into the group for a second and just see what happened last night. Let me see. We got the 99 where everyone is active, and you can see what's going on. I mean, this guy's up $11, but hey, he made $11 off $1. You understand? He's feeling it out. This guy's up 1,700 on TAI. Unbelievable. This dude made $500 on P&L Van Dag. I don't know that, but on DEGEN. Pepe 250, 870 on MOODENG. You can see there. This is what we were trading last night. It was the MOODENG party. Virtual's getting the move on the 5-minute. DEGEN getting the move. This guy up 276%. Look, he made basically 276. You divide it by like $29. I mean, the guy, he did it off like $10. Oh man, it's so funny. But it's been a MOODENG party and an alt party this morning. And if anyone's on it, we're on it. Look at that MOODENG. I re-entered here. Either the flag pays or it fails. Small monies. Yeah, exactly. And TAI ripping too as well, doing damage off the bottom of the trend line. So the coins that, we got setups waiting. TAI finally bounced off the bottom of this trend line, very similar to Trump coin. Look, I see this thing consolidating and then booming to 20 cents. It's backed by the Solana Foundation, only a matter of time. This thing could do some damage for sure. Let's look at revs. Remember I jumped into revs with one. Whatever happened to that? So much for Petunia. That thing is whack. Rev share, still at the same spot we were at. Actually kind of went off a little bit down. Nothing burger there. And again, I'm going to jump out for the day. Have a good time with your family. Looks like we're going to come tonight at 8 p.m., which is going to be at 2000. Oh, 2000, not funny. Oh, 2000, no. 2000. So that is 8 p.m. tonight at 20, right? And I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we rip past this. But I'm going to be somewhat conservative and say, okay, we kind of rip one candle, two candles, sideways, boom. Yeah, we're somewhere right here when I show up tonight at 8 p.m. for the weekly candle close. So God bless you all. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll be around in the group. I will be busy this morning, but I'll be back in the afternoon and we'll have a blast. I love you all. Stay focused, stay amazing. I'll catch you on the flip side. Gains in our sleep last night. That's what I love to see on a Saturday night. Bitcoin pumping as we speak, 103,900. Oh, and let's look at BOOKMAP for you one last time before I jump on out of here. Almost forgot about BOOKMAP. Any last super chats before I jump on out of here? Let me see. And you got to stay positive every day. You got to be the opportunity. XRP breaking out on the monthly flag too. Your brother PONKE, thank you. Good morning, Sam. J Soul. Let's take a look at PONKE from my man, J Soul. Jay, I love you, brother. Hope your kids are doing well. You're a strong man. You're going to become an amazing. You're already becoming an amazing man. I'm so proud of you, J Soul. One step at a time, man. You took some licks, you took some L's, but you didn't stop. And that's the key. If we don't stop, we're going to win. So people don't realize. I see PONKE doing damage. Headed back to 35,000. To me, only a matter of time. Almost all these altcoins are revisiting these previous support and resistance areas. Previous support is resistance there, and then boom. The daily flipping. MACD turning for more. RSI shows signs of love. And I can see PONKE headed to 35 cents. And this thing was just 8 cents, 7 cents. That's a 5x. There's money in this market. 5xing, 10xing, 6xing. There's a lot of things that are up 5x, 6x already. We look at BOOKMAP. Look, they still got that short squeeze up to 110,000. They got liquidity. But look, they got liquidity on either side now, though. They wanted to bring us low down to that 103. They never did it. And we still got this liquidity all the way up to 105,320. Look at that. We could short squeeze into that. It usually says you go lower, so it's sketchy. But it's not 100%. And our indicators suggest a pump. We could get rejected by the top of the pattern like I showed you and come back to the bottom. Remember that. So Ponke looks good to me, brother. And I got a big old bag of Ponke. I might add to it on these lows here. Just a little bit. See where it goes. And XRP breaking out on the monthly as well. Yeah, exactly. Anisha. That thing dumped hard. If it gets back above the 200 MA on that 1 hour, it can rip. Might be a nice move there. So many little coins now, it's going to start getting crazy again. Look, that came back to previous support as resistance. That's just an SR flip. It's a brand new coin, too, that many people don't know enough about. Anisha, we saw it when it first came out using our crypto rank skills. I mean, it's bouncing off the support right there. See, simple stuff. Everyone doesn't realize how simple trading is. You just keep doing the simple stuff, and you don't do the dumb. You don't do the dumb stuff over here. You don't do the stupid stuff. You do the smart stuff. This thing could boom to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here. It's got support on it. Brand new coin. I'd put that on your radar. I was watching it for a while, looking for a setup. We finally kind of have one. And the elite, they're going to go crazy too. Because they're going to start seeing stuff in the patterns because I gave them the vision, and they got vision now. And they're going to be able to really rip these markets apart for you. The initial airdrop is what robbed my Coinbase wallet. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah. Kind of freaks me out. I'm like, I got to go check my Coinbase wallet, make sure it's legit, make sure everything's there. Yeah, it says stay away from scams. They already, right when you get to the site, they got like a... I'll be honest, it says balance is temporary unavailable. Oh, there it is. All right. All my assets are there. Everything is there. No issues at all. No stress, you know. Yeah, I don't know. We're good to go. It's crazy, man. I just think about how long I've been in this game. Insane. Shout out to everybody that's with me. We keep stacking that BTC. I got hacked for 6.6. 6.6 what? You know what I mean? Like, Milligans, how did you get hacked, man? How do these new people get hacked? I've been in the game, again, knock on wood. I've been in the game so long. I send test money first before I do anything. I don't connect random assets, addresses. I watch what I click. I'm super slow when I'm online. Like, I don't just go to my computer and start clicking. I tell myself that a click could send me down the tubes. You know what I mean? You got to be careful here. You need the banger, though. Sammy, my brother, can you please check Dodge? Dodge? I don't know. You really Dodge? Wow. You want me to look at Dodge, huh, in the stock market? I'm all set. So I gave you my prediction for Bitcoin. I showed you what's likely going to happen today. We'll go from there. Or what has to happen. The bulls really have to step up and show us something. All right. Yeah, dude, the initial airdrop was robbed by... Oh, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I moved it from cold storage, then hot wallet got drained. Was laundered through tornado. I moved it from cold storage, then the hot... I don't know what happened. 6.6 what, though? You lost 6.6 BTC, bro? I don't know. Red week closed and then 103,000 TME gap filled before going higher next week. Fred, this guy knows it all. Yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. Stay safe. You know, be careful. You know, don't do what JC Cat, you know, don't, you know, I don't want to get into it, but be careful, man. Pay attention. You work really, really hard. 6.6 million? Are you kidding me? $6.6 million? Are you serious? You got hacked for $6.6 million yesterday, or 6 million coins. I don't know, man. $6 million? No way. 6.6 million what? Like MOODENG coins or something. I hope it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I gotta run, man. I gotta go. My buddy's gonna pick me up soon. I can't. If I lost $6 million last night, I would never let that happen, man. You'd have to kill me. You'd have to kill me, man. There's no way. That's insane. Last night you lost $6 million. I almost just like, I'm like sitting here like, yeah, I don't know what you're doing with your money. I don't know why you're moving that much money around in the middle of the night. Sounds insane to me, but anyway, I love you. You're one of my best, huge supporters. So God bless you, man. I hope everything goes well. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I guess you're not here for money. You're here for experiences. So what are you going to do? God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I showed you everything I could for Bitcoin, for the altcoins, and there's more out here, but it's all in the trading group. So if you want to make those gains, you want to find out more, jump on into CryptoLifer.com, where we made gains last night with Bitcoin and MOODENG. I'm just saying. I love you all. Thank you so much. Jump into Bitcoin Las Vegas. It's 8 days away, 9 days away. It's the 27th. Today's the 18th. I mean, come on now. And it's still there. Hit the link to Bitcoin Las Vegas and jump on in. Grab yourself a hotel room. There are a dime a dozen out there in Las Vegas. And May right now, it's not that crazy time to go. It actually gets pretty hot there, so exactly. Yeah. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Or tonight, actually, sorry. Tonight for the weekly candle close. I just, it's a habit because I say that every Monday through Friday. I love you all. Thank you so much for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I'll check you out tonight on the weekly candle close. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. Take this day and realize it's one of the greatest days of your life. Stay blessed. I love you all. Thank you so much.